Good day and welcome. My name is Neil Finkelstein and I'm going to be the instructor for the University of Central Florida College of Engineering and Computer Science IDS 6148, which is the Human Systems Integration course for modeling and simulation. Now this is a web-based course with the learning objectives to have you, the graduates, who will graduate this course to effectively describe the purpose, the general process, and the benefits of an HSI approach. You will be able to list relevant HSI standards, HSI analysis tools. You will also be able to explain in detail how HSI processes and modeling and simulation technologies can mutually support one another. Finally, you'll be able to conduct a limited scale HSI analysis and based upon that analysis propose reasonable system level solutions. So we'll obviously dig a lot deeper as the semester rolls on and we'll get into all of that. One of the things I try to do in my videos is to keep them below 18 minutes. Chris Anderson, the president of TED Talks, says TED Talks have a maximum time limit of 18 minutes. Why 18? Good question. Well, it's short enough to hold people's attention and precise enough to be taken seriously. My hope is we'll have a more robust discussion in the online discussion areas of IDS 6148. Therefore, we'll be able to minimize watching a lot of the videos. IDS 6148 is going to be a busy course because there's a lot to be aware of in the HSI discipline. First and foremost, we study and practice HSI to prevent accidents. Having a plane crash, subway accident, building collapse, space shuttle dissolve, ship accident, I think we can all agree these are serious mishaps. Let's prevent that by using HSI the right way, at the right time, for the right reasons. Secondly, technology is accelerating, but you know that, especially in the area of modeling and simulation. This acceleration brings us more challenges with human in the loop, human performance. Whether you're building an app or you're building a plane, you always have to think of that human in the loop, human performance. And that is what HSI's main ingredient, main tenet is, the human in the loop. Now, modeling and simulation is relied on heavily, whether it's the defense industry, energy, healthcare, transportation. Modeling and simulation is becoming ubiquitous, especially in the U.S. Army here in Research Park and with the services. Did you know within a half mile of where you are sitting, there are 1,600 government employees? These all work for the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Marine Corps, Coast Guard, and Department of Homeland Security. Yep, 1,600. So be careful when you're driving around UCF or Research Park and you want to flip somebody off at a traffic light. They could be somebody that works for the Army or the Department of Homeland Security. But together with 240 plus companies we partner with, we manage $4.5 billion annual budget. And this budget is for training aids, devices, simulators, and simulations, all of which have to be signed off to some degree by an HSI practitioner. Now I'm hoping some of you in class have already joined this M&S cluster or eventually will. Many years ago, great minds saw a piece of land here in East Orlando, between Orlando and the NASA Kennedy Space Center, with a lot of trees, panthers, and bears, and said, this is where the greatest minds in modeling simulation will be born. Who are some of these great people? Well, we know. Their plaques are in the Modeling and Simulation Hall of Fame, located at the Orange County Convention Center on International Drive, one of the busiest convention centers in the world. They're there for all to see, and every year we induct 4 or 5 more of those members into this Hall of Fame. I want you to check that out next time you're on iDrive and look at the Modeling Simulation Hall of Fame. So what has resulted from all this is what we call now the Silicon Valley of simulation, and you were sitting right in the middle of it. Every day we manage approximately $16 billion in simulation products around the world. This M&S cluster, led by the military, is still strong today, and to me hasn't even begun to unbottle our potential. In fact, I'm going to show you. Check out this video.
In a moment's notice, they are called into action. Whatever their mission, they will be flawless. They are not afraid. They are ready. Every warfighter trained, every mission rehearsed, every action experienced. At the core of their training is the power of modeling and simulation. Training that provides our service members the most realistic experience possible. Team Orlando takes them to the edge of realism, to the edge of the conflicts they may face on the real battlefield. Training that feels and even smells like the real thing. When we say ready, we mean for anything. Through modeling, simulation, and training, Team Orlando contributes to our military readiness and success. Because in that moment, when they are called into action, failure is not an option. Not every mission goes the way it is planned, but with simulation, we can prepare for contingencies and evaluate our practice sessions to fix what went wrong without losing a life or an expensive piece of equipment. Confidence and cognition increase with each repetition. Team Orlando is a unique, collaborative community led by military simulation commands working alongside academic institutions, industry, and other government agencies and organizations. While each of our services have their own individual missions, we come together to leverage experience, knowledge, technology, projects, and people. Through the spirit of community and collaboration, we reach our shared goal of providing superior products while saving time, money, and lives. Through this unique voluntary partnership, Team Orlando is a global leader in human performance, modeling, simulation, and training. No matter where the mission takes our warfighters, their training and preparation is touched by the Central Florida modeling and simulation industry. Team Orlando is driving technology solutions and making the most of collaborative, co-located relationships and resources. A unique working relationship amongst its members, it is an undeniable national treasure that is not duplicated anywhere in the world. On any given day, more than $16 billion of simulation projects are managed through this modeling and simulation epicenter. Team Orlando products can be found in every state in our country, as well as in numerous countries where our NATO allies reside. Close to 40 states host about 130 training sites in the continental U.S., and almost 20 sites are located in Europe, 10 in Korea, and close to 1 million individual training events have taken place in Southwest Asia. Additionally, over 500,000 Iraq and Afghan National Army soldiers have been trained with Team Orlando products and services. U.S. services report our warfighters are completing more than 23 million e-learning opportunities each year. That's about 44 people trained every minute across all services. And all of these service members are participating in training programs originating from Team Orlando. we are a force multiplier. With about $4 billion in annual funding obligation being leveraged throughout the U.S. military, Team Orlando is an economic engine as well. As the world's leader for innovative modeling, simulation, and training, we leverage our military experiences and promote the use of simulation with members like the Department of Homeland Security and their Federal Law Enforcement Training Center and the Veterans Health Administration Simulation Learning, Education, and Research Network. The synergistic relationship between military organizations, academia, and industry partners solidifies the fact that total effectiveness is always greater than the sum of the parts. Team Orlando utilizes the power and efficiencies of face-to-face relationships in a one-of-a-kind modeling, simulation, and training community cohabitating in Orlando. Learning, innovating, preparing. Through modeling, simulation, and training, Team Orlando contributes to our military readiness and success. Because in that moment, when they are called into action, failure is not an option. And their performance will be flawless.
Alright, I hope you enjoyed that video. Now let's take a look at what we have to get done in the next 16 weeks, because we can use a lot of help with graduates that understand how to physically, mentally, and emotionally engage users into modeling simulation. Alright, first, we have no book. Everything is going to be online. Second, no late work is going to be accepted because this is a big class and it moves fast. So don't procrastinate. Canvas can go down at any time, and you are grad students in the best modeling simulation university in the world. So it's a privilege to be here in these classes. So unless there's something really crazy emergency, some kind of drama, I'm really not going to accept late work. So let's just get it done on time, and that'll make it easier on both of us. Third, I grade 90, 80, 70 scale. I'm old school. Check the syllabus for details. Fourth, each week's module is crazy busy. We have 4 homework assignments and a very difficult midterm, and final, all will be brought to you in IDS 6148. So, and the last thing, let's have fun. I'm always present for you, so just get in touch with me if you can. So with that, let's get into week 1, where you'll learn a little bit more about me as well. I look forward to our journey and hope to provide you with a lot of information outside 6148 and HSI about the modeling simulation industry, and things come up in the news of modeling simulation. I'll probably put some of that out. Talk a lot about the growing cyber that is going on here in Central Florida as well. And for week 1, I want you to jump in to the discussions and give me your bio, your interest. I rely heavily on that to get to know you and refer back to it often. So put some good stuff in there. Share some good things that happened to you this year. I like good news swapping, so it keeps everybody upbeat and positive. I'm going to be your biggest fan. Why? Because for the past 15 years, I've also been working in STEM and robotics at the middle school, high school level, getting folks interested in science, technology, engineering. And it's great that I'm now being able to work with students that have gone down that path. So that excites me, and I respect your choice in careers, and happy our paths have crossed. So let's start off strong, keep the momentum going throughout the semester. Tell me in your bio your names and pets, your hobbies, your interests, current employment, dreams and aspirations. I look forward to reading all that. So with that, as Walt Disney once said, the way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. So let's begin.